Right folks, just for anybody watching this that wants to come up this way, don't go across the way I started. Don't know if you can see down there with the sun. There's a hole in the wall, there's a couple of holes in the dike. So just go through that and walk here. There's another wee fire. And just up that way, and it's just a natural path. Easy Aussie. There you go. An easy hike. The rainbow, the raining over there. Don't know if you're seeing it. The rain's heading this way. Decided to pitch here. Nice and windy up here. The rain's coming in. The ground as usual is pretty terrible. I'm not really going to get much better. Right folks, before I go much further with the tent, just to show you, that's the Jannu. So I just pitched the four corners and then the pole just fits into the sleeve. Obviously that end, and then there, and then there's a cross pole, and then there's another pole round the front. It almost does itself, if you know what I mean. It almost stands itself. Right, I'll show you when I've got the poles in. There it is with the two poles. As you can see what I mean, it's forming a shape itself. And there's a bit of wind here. That's part of the reason I got it. It's supposed to be, you know, quite easy for one person to set up in bad conditions, which is what I hope to be using it in. There's the three poles in. What you do now is you hook it. There's just hooks, and just hook all the hooks to the poles. It's really easy. What you do though is don't just hook this, you know, or this side or this pole. Go round. So make your way, do a few hooks this, a few hooks there, a few hooks, etc., and build it up that way. Otherwise it's hard because you're putting all the tension in one side. But it's really easy to set up for a 3-pole geo tent. Right, I'll get on with it. There it is. Obviously I have to guy it out and I have to put other pegs in. I've only got the 4 pegs at the bottom. There's no guy lines on. And then that's the cover. That covers the whole, that thing here. That's for ventilation. So it's fantastic ventilation. You can open that right up and then you cover it with this. I'll show you when I've done it. Just another thing when you're guying it out. See the guy there, go like that and then wrap it. So it's hard to do with one hand. You know, put it through itself so that it wraps around the pole. Right, I can't do it with one hand, to be honest. I think you get the idea. You know, don't just guy it. Put it over and through the middle there. That's what it looks like when it's done. Right folks, that's the tent. All the guy lines, the pegs and the vent cover on. As you can see, it's probably here, the wind's got up and it looks like it's going to rain soon. I think I'm going to get hit with a wee bit of bad weather. Or the weather it's been the last week is back. Just shows you how quickly it can change. Right, I'm actually at the edge of the cliff a wee bit, so I deliberately, you know, I wanted to give Tent a wee test obviously. But that's the rain on, so I better get in. As you can hear, the rain, the wind's got up. Well, the wind was quite windy already, but I just got in there before the rain came on. Well, I felt a wee spit, as I said, and that set on. So that was good timing. So I'm at the edge of the cliff at the top. So I'll get all the wind that's going, which is what I want. Just to give Tent a wee test. You've got to do that sometimes. You don't want to be going out well, I don't want to be going out in the Highlands, you know, in the winter. Maybe, I don't know, I might hit a blizzard and the tent's never been tested. As I say, it's a Hilleberg Jannu. Have you seen Dave and Paul, the Must? Seen their last video when they're at 85 miles an hour winds in the Acto, which is done very well. And I think it's the Solo that Paul's got. This is a bigger version of the Solo. It's a different shape. It's not got the side door, it's got just like the front door. Which I probably preferred the side door, but I just wanted something a wee bit bigger than the Solo. Obviously there's a weight penalty. But no, this is the one I've got and I like it. Give me a wee bit more room in winter if I'm stuck in the tent or I've got a lot of gear, which I will have. Let's get a wee bit wild, that's good. If it dries off I'll go out and measure the wind. I've got a wee 1 metre. Yeah, I better have some tidbits. I brought some tidbits for the hike, but I've not took a thing, so I'll take my juice, my Mars bar and my hula hoops. And I'll get something cooked later on, some hot coffee and I can't remember what I put in, it was beans and I don't know if it's an all day breakfast or beans and sausage and a curry. No matter what it is, I'll eat something later. Give you a wee look inside the tent. There's a porch. You can see it's quite a long porch, but it is low. You probably noticed that. That was one of the things, probably the major thing that I didn't like about the tent was the porch. It goes a wee bit low, but I'm putting the stove there, cooking. You know, I think it would be okay. It's something I would be wary of, but I think it's certainly doable. Right, I'll go into the porch and show you the nest. Had to get some scale. I've not got my mat or a sleeping bag out yet. There's that vent up there. Right, I have to take it down. There it is. Let some air in. There's a mosquito, no mosquitoes a day. You can open it right up. Right, and all the weather's not going to get in there because of the cover. So it's got great ventilation. Rain had stopped there. 5 minutes, but I can feel it starting again. It's very cold. Well, it's probably, you know, with the wind, I would say it's just above freezing point at the moment. So I've learned a few good things this trip in regards to my trip up the Highlands and 10 days or whatever it is with Matt. I'll be taking my heavier down jacket, and I'll be taking winter trousers. As it is, it's very cold. Right, I better get in. Freezing it here. See my new head torch. I got that for winter as well. It's a high-end head torch. So it's really bright. It's not the brightest setting. It's dimmed. It's a dimmed set. Got my jet boil on. Chicken chevres. Another chicken curry. And I'll have a hot chocolate. There's Dumbarton. Hi folks, it's about, well, 10:30. Been in the tent for a few hours after I made my curry and my hot chocolate, which was good. I've been getting a few phone calls, which is very unusual. I usually don't get a signal, even up here, you know, in the Kilpatrick Hills, but I'm at the edge of a cliff face, you know, so I'm looking out, so that's probably why I'm getting my phone signal, and I'm getting YouTube as well. I watched a few YouTube videos, few ones, Dave's Wild Camping, a wee short one, and Sinclair Fergus Smith. I just said I'd give him a mention. Well, first of all, great videos as usual. These, if you've never watched any Sinclair Fergus Smith videos, I strongly recommend it. You can see, I think he's been making films for years. I don't know if he went to, I keep thinking he went to film school. I don't think he did. But when you watch his videos, you'll see the, you know, craft there. There's a lot of good techniques, and there's obviously a bit of talent there. So it's good to watch videos like that for a wee change instead of my rubbish. But anyway, I just wanted to say to Sinclair, keep up the good work, and looking for a meet-up point in January. I wish I could help, but you know, kind of being a non-driver again, you know, I'm pretty much stuck to going to places where there's a train station. So it's really back to my, you know, places I've been to before. But I'm in the Kilpatrick housing now. I'm at a different bit. But you know, I'd like to help more, looking for a meet-up point, but I don't think I'll be able to help much. But anyway, I might as well waffle on. It's a channel update, I think. Call it that, a channel update. I think the mountain wild camps, I think I'll be leaving that to next year. I've only done the one. What? 2 reasons. Well, just the time of the year. It's getting wintry. But well, the other reason is what happened to me the last time I was at Kilpatrick Hills, getting a wee bit lost. It's been an eye opener. So I'm going to leave the mountain wild camps to April, maybe March, April, May, but there'll certainly be more coming up, and I'll be working on my fitness, definitely be working on my fitness this winter. And what else was I going to say about the channel? Good news and bad news. The good news is there'll be more Eddie's Wild Kitchen, probably my next trip, or definitely my next trip, which will be in about 10 days time. I'm going up the Highlands with Matt. So that's the good news. The bad news, There'll be more Scott's Wild Camper 5 minutes. So there'll be more jokes. So that's the bad news for some people. And what else will I mention about my channels coming up? Oh, there'll be more woods. There'll be more hammock camping. As I say, I want to do a sort of genuine winter hammock camp. You know, the snow and all that, or the full works, and see how I get on. But I'll need to get my hammock out, and it needs modified. You know, before I go out when it's like -10, I'll need to get it modified, get it up correctly. I've only had it out once, so you know, next time I'll be better. And what else? I think that's all. I think that's enough waffle for tonight. I'll try and settle down. I know I'll not get to sleep. Well, doubt it, but I'll just have a wee rest. Try not and get cramp. I nearly had cramp session 5 minutes ago. Anyway, I'll shut off for the night and I'll talk to you in the morning. Morning. Been awake for a wee while. I think I got about a couple of hours of sleep. Wind got up, but the tent was actually shaking a wee bit. But no worries about this tent. Or the Axle for that matter, and strong winds. What time is it? 10 to 8 it is. I'm just gonna start to get packed. 5 minutes, I'll just start packing up, and that'll give me the time I get back home. I don't know, maybe 4 hours, 5 hours. It gives me time to get the video up. Probably. There's not that much footage this time, just a quick overnighter. Just to get out before I'm, you know, working the next 9-10 days, and then I'm out again after that. Right, I'll say bye for now. I don't know if I'll be shooting any more footage. Right, I'll talk to you later probably. See they're tensioners. I hadn't tensioned them, they were totally loose. So when I went out the tent last night I noticed, and I tensioned them up, and it's better. Or as I say, that's the design of the tent. It's a great tent. I'm really happy with it. I'll be okay in winter with that. Right folks, this is definitely the last bit of footage I'm shooting. Well, this trip been a good wee trip. Obviously there's not a lot of views, not a lot of spectacular views, but it's only a short hike for me, about an hour and a half. But I'm glad I've done it, because I'll need the full winter gear for my next trip. Or from now on, you know, the heavy Rab down jacket. The 600 sleeping bag was fine. I might take the bigger one if I've got an even heavier one. So, you know, if you're going out there now, this time of year, you know, especially up the Highlands, but you know, here at the Lake District, just get all your full winter gear on. Winter trousers and heavy jackets. Right. So I'll see you in whoever's watching. If you're watching this, I guess you'll watch the next one. About 11 days in the Highlands. a lot of spectacular views in that one, guarantee you that. Right folks, see you for the next one, bye.